So this time what we have to do now is find an equation, find a rule using only 2 points. When before we had questions where we had maybe the slope and a point. So all we needed was the y-intercept. So anytime we have 2 points, we can always make a table. And then I determine the pattern. Plus 2, plus 1, which is 2 over 1, which is 2. That's my m. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is pick one of the points. I'm going to pick the first one because I think it's easier. And I'm going to write y equals mx plus b. My m is my slope. And I'm going to use my x and y point to find my b so I can get my answer. So 4 is my x and 2 is my y. So I'm going to put 2 in for y equals my m is 2 times my x is 4 plus b. Zoom that in a little bit. 2 times 4 is 8. To get the b by itself, the 8 needs to go away. Subtract 8. Subtract 8. 2 minus 8 is negative 6. So now I have my pink and I just got my blue. Now that I have pink and I have blue, boom, I can write the equation. And now I have the equation because I have my pattern. And I have my start. And I use my point to get the answer. Now that we did number 1, let's do number 3. I need 2 things. I need pink and blue. I got nothing. So I'm going to make a table. Negative 2, 1, and 1, negative 8. I notice the numbers are getting smaller, and if I use the number line, they're getting smaller by 9. And if I look here, the numbers are getting bigger by 3. Negative 9 over 3 is negative 3. I just got my pink. Now I need to get my blue. I'm going to use my first point to get my answer. So I'm going to write y equals mx plus b, where m is my slope, which I already have. And I'm going to use this point x and this point y to figure out what my blue b y-intercept is. So my y is 1, my m is negative 3, my x is negative 2, plus b. Now that I plugged everything in, I'm going to simplify. A negative times a negative is a positive. I need to get the b by itself, so the 6 needs to go away. And 1 minus 6 is negative 5. Now, I got my blue. I have my m. Boom, I can write the equation. Y equals negative 3x minus 5. Where if you look here, there's my pink, my pattern, my slope, and here is my y-intercept, my b, my start, my beginning. Let's do another one. Let's do number 8. Okay, number 8. Anytime I have 2 points, I need to find the pattern. 6, negative 1, negative 3, negative 1. There is no pattern here, plus 0. And the pattern here is minus 9 because it's going down. 0 over any number is 0. I got my pattern, I got my slope, I got my m. Now I need to go y equals mx plus b. I'm going to use my point, plug it into my x, plug it into my y. There's my m, my pattern, my slope. My y is negative 1, my m is 0, my x is 6, plus b. Anything times 0 is 0. If I subtract 0, I get b equals negative 1. I got my blue. I have my pink. I have my blue. I can write the equation. Y equals 0x minus 1. So there's my slope. And there's my y-intercept. But if I really want to be fancy, I can just say y equals negative 1 because there is no x. Now, I don't know if any of you noticed, but if you look up here, I could have figured it out just like that. If you look, in both cases, what does y equal? -1. So if you look, that makes sense that that would be the equation. I do want to point out, though, like if you look here, the y's are different. That's why it was more complex. The x's are different. That's why it was more complex. Your homework, which you can do now, is to get this page done. So do 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Get that done now, and you will get credit for your homework with a lot of your answers right.